Majestic Siberia. Siberia, the vast and mysterious wilderness. That always sparks the curiosity of explorers, eager to uncover the pristine beauty of nature. From frozen peaks to sprawling coniferous forests and grand lakes, this land harbors a world teeming with life, yet fraught with extreme challenges. Mount Altai, where the borders of Russia, Kazakhstan, and Mongolia converge, stands as one of Siberia's most stunning and untamed regions. This mountain range is not only imposing, but also conceals deep valleys, accessible to humans only. After long and perilous journeys, snow-capped mountains year-round resemble a magnificent painting, yet they witness terrifying storms that can rage for days. At the foot of these mountains lie dense taiga forests of pines and birches, home to strong and brave animals. Wolves always hunt in packs, while brown bears often fight alone. Snow leopards lurk in the shadows. The snow leopard, with fur as white as snow, also dwells here, moving silently along cliffs to hunt. However, not all species can endure Siberia's harsh conditions. Animals must learn to adapt and survive to overcome the cold, brutal winters. Especially, reindeer not only tolerate winter's chill well, but also possess the ability to traverse deep snow. Each year, late in autumn, a wondrous natural phenomenon unfolds, majestic and grand. Across Siberia's vast plains, the migration of reindeer herds. Millions of reindeer, these peaceful creatures, embark on a long journey in search of food and shelter. As winter's cold winds arrive, farther east, where Kamchatka's land meets the Sea of Okhotsk, active volcanoes forge an imposing extreme landscape while volcanoes simmer underground. Taiga forests and glaciers remain home to the Siberian beaver, the carefree brown bear fishes for salmon in rivers. Raptors compete for food and territory. This is a place where nature thrives, but also poses challenges for every species living in Siberia. Surely you have heard of structures that humans can build, like skyscrapers or dams constructed naturally. But few know that in the natural world, a small creature exists, masterful at altering the environmental landscape. That is the beaver. With its ability to build incredible dams from natural materials like trees and mud, beavers are not only talented natural architects, but also essential ecosystem engineers, maintaining Siberia's natural balance. When you think of a dam, you might imagine grand human-made structures built by people. But beaver dams are entirely different. They are not just structures for their own benefit, but also provide advantages to the entire ecosystem. These dams retain water, creating wetland areas, and fostering the growth of organisms in the region, especially animals like fish, birds, otters, and many other plants depend on these ecosystems to survive, making the beaver a vital link in nature. For the beaver, building these dams is a survival strategy. They not only construct dams to control water flow, but also to protect themselves from predators like leopards, bears, or lynxes. When water levels rise, the beaver can create deep water zones that serve as safe havens, inaccessible to enemies. Moreover, these dams help keep their lodge dry. During winter, when the water surface begins to freeze. So why is the Siberian beaver called the ecosystem engineer? Because its dams not only boost biodiversity, but also improve water quality and shield the land from erosion. Wetlands host nearly 40% of species, many of them endangered. Building these dams helps protect those species and sustain life in their natural habitat. These dams also act as a natural water filter, blocking pollutants and trapping toxins before they seep into the soil and ocean. Fascinatingly, not only during their lifetime, but even after they depart, beaver dams continue to function. Studies have shown that even when beavers no longer inhabit the area, their dams keep sustaining biodiversity and enhancing water quality in that region. It is no wonder beavers are called natural engineers. They are not just adorable creatures with soft fur, but also tireless builders, crafting their own habitat, not only for their gain, but also for the benefit of the entire ecosystem. Beaver dams may seem simple, but they form the foundation for the lives of countless species of animals and plants. They even contribute to the planet's climate balance. Thanks to their natural creativity and power, the Siberian beaver has become an indispensable part in protecting the natural world. The Siberian gray crane, one of the most striking and impressive birds, is not only a beautiful creature, but also a symbol of intense strength and vitality. In the natural world, this bird lives mainly in Siberia, on vast plains and wetlands in northeastern Asia, where living conditions are harsh, yet filled with wild beauty. Each autumn, the Siberian gray crane undertakes long, challenging migrations, making it an exemplar of resilience. In the animal kingdom, Siberia's marshes are vast wetlands located mainly in lowlands and riverbanks, especially in western and eastern Siberia. These marshes play a crucial role in the ecosystem, providing habitat for a wide variety of animal and plant species, from tiny insects to migratory birds like the gray crane. With a cold climate, Siberia's marshes often endure long winters with frozen water for months, but in summer they become vibrant with aquatic vegetation and animals adapted to watery environments. The gray crane inhabits these lands. These gray cranes are quite large, reaching heights of up to 2 meters and wingspans of up to 2.5 meters, making them one of the largest birds in the crane family. Their plumage is mainly gray, but upon closer look, subtle white and black stripes appear along the neck and wings, especially during breeding season. Gray cranes display distinctive and striking features like soft colors and lively eyes, creating an image both strong and elegant. Gray cranes primarily inhabit marshy areas, lakes, and vast meadows. They are well suited to aquatic and swamp environments. The crane's diet mainly consists of small animals like insects, fish, and even crustaceans. This bird is also very clever when foraging, using its beak to probe the soil and uncover organisms beneath. Something particularly notable about the Siberian gray crane is its migratory journey in late autumn. Large flocks of gray cranes begin a long trek from Siberia southward, including countries like China, India, and Southeast Asian regions. Each year, they travel thousands of kilometers, facing extreme conditions and habitat changes. Yet that does not halt their strength or adaptive instincts. Gray crane migrations are not just long journeys, but also stunning natural spectacles. When thousands of cranes fly together, forming vast arcs in the sky, as a testament to nature's power. In spring, flocks of gray cranes return to Siberia. After a long migratory voyage, they fly back to wetlands, marshes, and grand lakes. There they will breed this spring, the sight of crane flocks spreading their wings across the wide sky, one after another. Heading north heralds nature's recovery after a long winter. This is a pivotal moment when cranes begin nesting, preparing for a new breeding season, continuing the cycle of life. The snow leopard. One of the rarest wild animals and hardest to spot in the world, is not only a skilled hunter, but also a sacred symbol. In many Siberian cultures, indigenous peoples call it the ghost of the mountain peaks. This snow leopard dwells in high, rugged mountain regions, from the Himalayas to ranges like Kunlun and Changshan. And in Siberia, it is mainly found in the Altai mountain chain. Though its range is quite broad, its numbers are very low because they live in areas with steep slopes between 1,000 and 5,000 meters altitude, and their population is rarely large. The snow leopard is the smallest in the big cat family. Females generally do not exceed 40 kilograms, while males weigh around 60. Though small, they possess extraordinary features that help this species survive in a hostile environment. Strong limbs, broad, fur-covered paws allow them to move easily over snow and climb slippery rocks, especially their long tail, balanced with body length, not only aids the snow leopard in maintaining balance while moving, but also stores energy for winter's cold months. The snow leopard is a hunting master, but due to the rigorous mountain environment and prey scarcity, this species must travel great distances to find food. Herbivorous animals, like gazelles and mountain goats, are the snow leopard's main targets. Its hunting technique is unique, using excellent camouflage to stealthily approach prey, then launch a completely unexpected attack. When close to the prey, they choose the most opportune moment. The snow leopard strikes and grips the prey's neck with a bite to the throat, similar to other big cats, to bring down their target. One of the boldest hunts the snow leopard can undertake is that of the musk ox. This ox species is large, weighing up to 700 kilograms, and males up to 1,200 kilograms. Despite that, the snow leopard sometimes can hunt it, if lucky and able to approach the prey by surprise. However, this is a very dangerous hunt because these oxen often live in large herds, and when attacked, can defend each other with great force. If the snow leopard cannot kill the target, immediately the attack may fail and the leopard must flee before facing the herd's resistance. In winter, when cold winds begin to blow across the Untamed mountain ranges, it also marks the start of the snow leopard's breeding season. Females emit special calls to attract males. Each male generally mates with only one female during breeding season and does not participate in rearing the young. Thus, the pregnant female must handle everything alone. Snow leopards typically have 1 to 3 cubs per litter. They seek a hidden spot and remain there throughout pregnancy. After 3 months, the cubs are born, depending primarily on mother's milk. For the first 2 months, they begin familiarizing with food the mother hunts and transition fully to meat. Around 4 months, when large enough, the cubs start venturing from their den and begin the hunting adventure with their mother. The mother will be their first teacher, imparting necessary skills for life in the wild. This training process lasts until the cubs fully mature, can hunt independently, and live on their own. After about 2 years, they separate from the mother and begin their independent lives, continuing this powerful species' existence in nature. Winter in Siberia is a harsh test for all living beings. Temperatures can drop below -40 degrees. The air is cold and dry. Everything from rocks to vegetation is encased in ice. Snow falls thickly, blanketing the ground, forming deep layers of ice, making movement extremely difficult. Winter here not only lasts 6 months, snowstorms and avalanches transform this place into a profoundly inhospitable and dangerous land for wild species. Finding food is a major challenge. When food sources dwindle, only species with strong endurance and adaptation can survive this frigid winter. The Arctic fox inhabits cold regions, especially Siberia's steppes and high mountains. Its habitat features snowy fields and long winters. Where temperatures can plummet drastically, the Arctic fox's thick, white fur helps it blend perfectly into the white snow environment. In summer, when snow melts, its fur shifts to gray or brown tones, allowing it to merge with Siberia's rocky terrain. Living in extreme conditions, the Arctic fox is an omnivore with great adaptability to environmental changes. In winter, when food is scarce, it can hunt rabbits, mice, seabirds, or scavenge carcasses left by large predators. The Arctic fox not only hunts, but can also store food. To endure winter, it gathers food in summer or autumn and stores it for use during long winter months. When food is rare, this helps it survive and stay alive in Siberia's cold environment. In northern Siberia, taiga forests, also known as boreal forests, are one of the world's most unique and expansive ecosystems. Located in the Arctic region, they span Countries like Russia and parts of Mongolia, covered mainly by conifers like pines, cedars, and birches. With vast area, this taiga forest occupies about 25% of the world's forest surface, home to millions of animals and plants. The climate in these taiga forests is very harsh, especially in winter, when temperatures can drop below -30 degrees, cold winds, and prolonged frost for months. Force vegetation to adapt strongly to survive. The taiga forest consists mainly of conifers, with tall trunks and roots that penetrate deep into the soil, helping them withstand extreme cold and lack of sunlight. These trees retain their leaves year-round, allowing them to endure even the toughest conditions. The Siberian capercaillie is a wild bird, impressive, inhabiting this majestic taiga forest. This bird stands out not only for its large size, but also for unique biological features that enable it to survive and thrive in a cold, rigorous environment. The capercaillie is a robust bird, reaching up to 80 centimeters in height and weighing up to 6 kilograms, one of the largest birds in the grouse family. During mating season, the male boasts colorful plumage, blending black, brown, and gray, creating a strong, attractive image. The plumage difference between male and female makes them easy to distinguish. Throughout mating season, the male performs unique displays to attract a mate, including resonant calls echoing through the forest. These sounds are not only communication signals, but also territorial warnings to other males about their domain. The common capercaillie lives mainly in Siberia's taiga forests, where the climate is cold and snow covers nearly year-round. This habitat is extremely tough with long winters and temperatures that can drop below -30 degrees. Yet this bird adapts very well to these conditions. Its dense plumage and feathered feet protect the body from extreme cold. In winter, when food is scarce, the Siberian capercaillie seeks mainly seeds and pine cones, the primary food source in the taiga forest. Unlike some other birds, the Siberian capercaillie often moves in groups. These flocks live and travel together in dense wooded areas abundant with pines. They have habits of living near mountainous zones or coniferous forests where vegetation is sufficient to cover and shield them from predators, while females care for and feed the young. Like other grouse species, males only engage in mate seeking during breeding season and do not participate in raising the chicks. They are not easy birds to spot. This species is quite reserved and often hides in taiga's primary forests. However, its presence always brings a mysterious and impressive sensation. Though perfectly adapted to the wild environment, this bird faces extinction risk due to habitat loss, human hunting, and climate change. Protecting this species means not only safeguarding a special bird, but also preserving the Siberian forest ecosystem, where every species plays a vital role in maintaining natural balance. Winter in northern taiga forests is a severe challenge for all living beings. Temperatures can fall below -30 degrees. And even lower, creating frozen ground and a thick snow layer over conifers. Conifers endure cold winds sweeping through the forest, bringing winter's intense chill. Meanwhile, Conifers like pines, cedars, and firs stand firm, resisting destruction. From Siberia's extreme weather, the entire forest falls silent. Only wind sounds and small noises from rodents seeking food are heard. The Siberian snowy owl, also known as the northern snowy owl, is one of this region's most notable owl species. With entirely white plumage and bright yellow eyes, the snowy owl not only draws attention for its stunning appearance, but also for its adaptation to a harsh habitat. In cold zones with permanent snow, the snowy owl lives mainly in northern regions of North America, Europe, and Siberia, where the climate is cold and winters long. They inhabit vast expanses of fields, tundras, and coniferous forests, where temperatures can drop below -40 degrees. In winter, this owl species adapts well to the cold environment, thanks to its dense snow-white plumage that helps it camouflage perfectly in the white snow setting. With this dense, snow-white plumage, they not only blend into the white snow, but also maintain body temperature. In such adverse conditions, the snowy owl is a renowned raptor, especially in winter, when small animals are easily detectable under thick snow layers. They mainly hunt rodents, like field mice, wild hares, and sometimes small birds. To hunt in this tough environment, the snowy owl uses extremely sensitive hearing and great stalking skill. They approach prey silently, with a strong appearance and robust legs, capturing prey in a blink. This owl has a very interesting trait. During breeding season, they build nests on the ground or cliffs, usually in areas with few trees. The snowy owl typically breeds in spring when food is abundant after winter, allowing them to feed chicks. Something special is that the snowy owl can breed multiple times a year if conditions become favorable. Each breeding, a female can lay 3 to 6 eggs, and together they guard and protect the nests until the chicks grow. With these special features, the snowy owl has become a symbol of strong vitality. In Siberia's harsh conditions, not only an exceptional hunter, this bird also brings perfect, powerful beauty, demonstrating its adaptation and survival ability. In Earth's coldest places, the Sayan mountain range lies in northeastern Siberia and is one of the planet's wild, majestic natural wonders. With peaks snow-covered year-round, this place captivates not only with its serene beauty, but also evokes the wild nature and mystery of the surroundings. High mountains rise like rock walls, contrasting with valleys where only cold winds blow and wild animal herds dwell. Winter here is when nature turns extremely harsh, but also when this land's beauty becomes wilder than ever. The sun appears only fleetingly. Amid misty fogs, glaciers flowing down slopes, along with faint winter sunlight, create wild, majestic beauty. The mountain goat is a resident of the Sayan Range, where the climate is severe, and mountains are snow-covered all year. This goat is famed for its climbing skill and vigor, resisting well the tough living conditions. In Siberia's mountainous environment, the Siberian mountain goat has a strong body with dense fur that protects it from winter's extreme cold. Its fur is usually dark brown or gray with light patches on the belly and face, allowing camouflage with the rocky mountain landscape. Males often have slightly curved, long, hard horns used for defense and competing for mates. During breeding season, Siberian mountain goats live in small groups, generally led by a male with females and young. Their habitat in Siberia's mountain chain includes rocky, rugged areas with steep terrain and dizzying cliffs. They can dash along steep slopes thanks to their hooves and strong legs, facilitating movement on inclined cliffs and foraging. The mountain goat's diet mainly consists of grasses and shrubs, even mosses growing on rocks in winter. When food is scarce, they seek moss on rocks and dry grass from summer to survive. The Siberian mountain goat's breeding season usually occurs late autumn, when they split from small groups to seek mates. After about 6 months, the female gives birth, and newborn kids learn to climb and forage with the mother. The mountain goat is a very resilient and agile animal, able to endure Siberia's long, cold winters, thanks to its impressive survival capacity. Though winter may be lengthy and extremely harsh, temperatures can drop to -40 degrees. The Siberian range still sustains life, thanks to the dry grasslands of the Siberian region. With minimal climate changes and scarce food, the Siberian mountain goat adapts well to the habitat, thanks to its skill in finding food under difficult conditions, making it a symbol of strength and resilience. In nature, not only powerful creatures in the wild world, but also an important part of Siberia's mountain ecosystem, contributing to biodiversity and natural balance. The Siberian Cordillera still manages to maintain life thanks to the dry prairies of the Siberian region, where there are few climatic changes and scarce food. The Siberian mountain goat adapts well to the habitat, thanks to its ability to seek food in difficult conditions, which has turned them into a symbol of strength and endurance. In nature, they are not only powerful beings in the wild world, but also an essential component of Siberia's mountainous ecosystem, contributing to biodiversity and natural equilibrium.